Hello, how many hours do you swing trade a day? I will say 2 hours, 30 minutes to place orders to buy and or to sell, about 30 minutes to 1 hour to record your trades at the end of the day, and 30 minutes to an hour to analyze the stock chart for the next day. So yes, about 2 hours. What I notice is maybe within 15 minutes I will place the order to buy or sell stocks around my lunchtime, and at the end of the day, about 30 minutes I'll do my record keeping of those trades of the day, and maybe another 15 to 30 minutes I will analyze the charts. It's all depend of how many stocks I place the order to sell or to buy. That is the number of those stocks that I will record on my spreadsheet for those trades of the day. Sometimes I only have 2 purchases that two stocks that I purchase during the day. Sometimes I don't purchase any. Sometimes I don't even have any stock to sell because everything in my account is negative, unrealized loss. So sometimes I don't trade at all because there is nothing to sell, there is nothing to buy. And sometimes I only buy 2 or 4, depending on how many of those stocks on my watch list that I analyzed the day before and analyzed on the day of the swing trade that actually met the requirement for me to buy. So it all varies, but I noticed that 2 hours in average a day is what you should allocate to your swing trade, 30 minutes during while the market is open to actually trade. Unless you place your order before the market open, you still need that about 30 minutes. 30 minutes to record, keep your trades to an hour, depending on if you purchased a lot or you sold a lot, then you might have a lot to record on your spreadsheet. And 30 minutes to an hour to analyze the chart. So it will be about 2 hours and a half, depending on how I'm saying it, but frankly, it's just about 2 hours. And it depends on how you are doing it. We have a watch list of stocks that we just trade from. We don't keep looking for new stocks to trade. I'm trading the same stocks over and over and over. I have CCA of them. The list was way bigger than that, over 100 stocks. And I downsize it to CC8 that I keep on my watch list. The one that I purchased already, I highlight them so that I don't purchase them again until they are profitable and I sell them. And the one that are not highlighted are the ones that are available for me to trade. And those are the ones I will analyze the chart for. So the more stocks I purchased that went down or went low, that are in my portfolio, the less I have on the list to analyze. The more stocks are sold, then the more stocks I have available to analyze. Because when I sold it, then I'll take the highlight off. It becomes a stock I don't have in the portfolio any longer. Therefore, it is a stock I can trade. So the more of those CCA stocks, the less I have in my portfolio at any point, the more stocks I have on my watch list to analyze. So, but yeah, and I noticed that when I don't have a lot to analyze, I can do it in 15 minutes or less as well. Because I'm trading the same stocks over and over and over, I don't do the whole analysis process for each one of them. So for a new stock, I'll first see if that's a stock I want to trade. I'll look at the maximum monthly chart of it to see if it is uptrending stocks. I'll look at the far back style year that the chart offer on ChartSwap. You'll offer that on their website. So I will say that's when they went public, at least with the public record of. And I want stocks that have been around publicly traded before 2008. That way I have a feel like they went through multiple recession and live to to talk about it. So I like to see how they behave during those recession, those downturn in the economy. Therefore, I stay away from new companies, but I make exception to tech company that I like, and few ones like Visa and MasterCard. I think those went public after 2008 or so. I'm not sure. I had to check again, but I think 2008 is my cutoff point. But Google, Apple, you have to check to see. You know, those tech tend to have, they are kind of new, so I think some of them I give them exception, but I don't really, I have to check my note to see what their years are. So there are few. So again, it's not a hard sell rule. You can, it's okay to give exception to some stocks that you're interested in and manually add them to your list because you gave them a pass to get there. So, and so there are some structure that I follow to actually accept a stock on my watch list, and it remain on my watch list until, you know, it's misbehaving, and I can just let it be for a while there without trading it. But once I trade, and then I will use maximum daily chart to trade some trend line to have a feel of the trend line that the stocks is following, and then I will start trading using the maximum daily chart because I swing trade on a daily chart. Each price bar is a daily activity for the stock price. So I will trade on a maximum daily chart for a while, and then I will switch to 1 year daily chart because 1 year daily chart I don't need to zoom in and out to see the price bar, and it can fit the screen, the computer screen, enough for me to see the price bar, and it gives me about 1 year time frame for me to see what happened during that 1 year as well, and I can just trade it from there. So when I'm analyzing the chart on a daily basis, I just pay attention to what is happening, you know, maybe during the week. I will see the tendency, or during the month, just a portion of that 1 year. That's all I'm looking at to see if that stock is having a downturn, if that stock is still going up, if that stock going up, pull back, then I can highlight it so that I can mark it right, so that the next day, if I see that first green bar around noon, halfway through the day, I can buy it. So having a fixed watch list that I just trade from free some time for me, simplify the process for me. I don't daily try or weekly try to look for a list of stocks that I'm going to trade during the week. No, I have those stocks that I like to trade, and those are the ones that I trade. And I found 68 to be the right number for me to always find something to trade. But there are some days that maybe 2, I think a few days ago, 2 was the 2 are just what I mark red to trade the next day, because everything else didn't really meet the criteria for me to trade them. And that day, only one of them showed that green bar, the other pulled back again. So I saw that green bar and I placed the order for that one. And that's it. So I only bought one that day out of the 2 that I selected a month, a bunch of some that I analyze. So it doesn't take long to analyze those and select 2 out of them that meant the criteria to trade because of the way they are going. When the others just have a downturn type of feel to it. But yeah, so 2 hours in average, you just allocate it to it. Sometimes you will spend a little bit more than that 2 hours. Sometimes you spend way less than that 2 hours. Sometimes you won't really spend any time at all if there is nothing to record. But yes, thank you. We thank you very much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much. You all that subscribe to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Growth of Liberman Consulting, L.L.C. YouTube channel, and in aso.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways you can save money and different ways you can make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. Thank you. And you know what? You might like your job. That's great. And come to think of it, it's not really the job itself that sometimes overwhelm you or give you stress. It could just be the people that you are working with, or the people that are in the management, or your supervisor. So even if you like your job, try to find a way to invest, to trade, or to have a side business, whichever you have affinity for. If you have a high demand, you have a job that requires a lot of your time, maybe investing in stocks, swing trading might be for you. You may not have time for having a business, but swing trading might be for you. It's very important you're trying to earn money outside of your job. If you are making a high income, if you are a high income earner, chances are you spend a lot of time on your job as well. Therefore, try not to spend all your money at the end of the month, but allocate a portion of it toward your retirement, toward your investment. And you don't need to, just invest until you retire and you have a pile of money there to live on, but make a stream of income out of that money. And swing trading is one option of that. See how you can get it done, or maybe invest in dividends, but just do something that you know that you have a stream of income that you are generating outside of your job. And when you have people managing you in this society, people change job often. So you might like your supervisor, you might like your manager, but if they have their route to follow, if they change career or they find a better job elsewhere or they move, a new supervisor, a new manager will be hired over you. Therefore, you don't know who is going to be your manager, who is going to be your supervisor, their personality. And at some point, there is a possibility that you'll have a supervisor that your personality and the personality does not, they clash. And they might have tension, or there might be a macro manager, and or they might be a detail, pay attention to detail, and maybe you are not. But if you have a manager or a supervisor that is micromanaging you and you do not like to be micromanaged, it could put a lot of stress on you. And I just don't know how to explain it, but the past few months I went through that, and I had to actually talk to myself for my brain to understand that it's not about me. It's just that I have a supervisor that is a macro manager, in my opinion, and maybe a perfectionist, in my opinion, and I'm not a perfectionist. Therefore, in every mistake, I see an opportunity to improve, an opportunity to learn something new. When somebody else might just focus on that mistakes, when I'm thinking, oh, that mistakes give us an opportunity to learn something new, to do it better next time, when people over you might just pointing fingers at that mistakes and just making the whole things stressful, instead of all learning from it to see how we can improve it. So, and I had to do some talking to myself to get out of that anxiety of remembering my job and just having a jolt of heartbeat each time I remember about my job, which is multiple times during the day, even outside of work. And for me to get over that, I had to actually explain it to myself and my brain that it's not about me. And yes, I can learn something from this and put more of my time in my job to get it better, but it's not about me. It's just that having those supervisors, their personality, that's who they are, and it is okay. I just have to see how, if that requires spending more time on my job, to avoid a certain mistake, to do that, and that's okay. And at the same time, I give my permission to myself that if I had to spend that much time on my work, I will spend that much time or more on my business as well. I will not put my business on the side and wait to have time to focus on them, because I'm having less and less time to focus on them. So that's great if you like your job, and that is the time you allocate a portion of your income toward investing. If you do not have time to do anything else, don't spend all your time on wants. Your need needs to be met though, and allocate some of your money toward investing. Sit your spouse down if you have one and discuss it, because when you two are together in those things, it works. You don't have to be 100% okay with it, but you will make it work. At the beginning, my husband didn't really like investing in the stocks. He would say that's spending, and I would say no, and I'll create the account, put $50 in his account as well, and later ask him he needs to invest. He needs to find a stock to invest it in. Today, he's very good at trading stock. He's more a risky type person. He's orange and blue, the first two color personality. If you understand how some scientists analyze people's personality based on color, he's blue and green. The first two color personality can influence how you behave. And I think his two color personality, the first two are orange and blue, so he tends to be a little bit on the risky side, when my first two color personality are green and gold. So I'm more of a thinker, a researcher, and with structure. The goal is more the structure side, me deadline, and just the simple fact of having a deadline can stress me out a lot. When I know something is due, even if it's not overdue, the fact that something is due can cause anxiety in me. So because I don't like to meet deadline, so that's that. But yeah, and he trade. He's the one that got me into swing trading this year, because we have a way we trade. We buy stocks at 52 weeks low, we sell at 52 weeks high, and we make dividend along the way if the stock pays dividend. That's how we have done it in the past. And at the beginning of this year, 2024, he said that he would prefer, instead of buying dividend stock and hold on to it, because in 2023 we purchased dividend stocks, because I want to have income through dividend stocks that will be as high as how much we are making or what our monthly expenses are. And he said that instead of investing in dividend stock and hold on to it, don't open the door if you are naked. Now I'm recording. When I come up, we can talk about it. Did you shower? Okay, can you shower? Good job. So, and in 2023, we invest in dividend stock with that purpose in mind. And he said that instead of buying dividend stock and just hold on to it for the dividend income, we can buy after 2 weeks low, which I did with those dividend stocks. And he said when they reach 52 weeks high, to sell them and lock in the profit. And I told him that, you know, we have been doing that when we have a low capital in the account. But I don't think people that trade for a living, they are that passive with their investment. I'm going to try to do my research to learn how people trade for a living. And I did a lot of research, watched a lot of YouTube channel, took note, a lot of notes. And during the process, I found a strategy that is close to what we were doing before. And swing trading resonated with me. Even within swing trading, there was a lot of strategies, but I found a strategy that resonated with what we have been doing before. And that's the one that I narrowed down to, trying to understand it and start swing trading. Yes, it's not as passive as what we used to do. It's more on the active side, but not too active. And I keep doing it so that I can keep improving it. So, but again, I don't know how I got here, but yeah, so try to create different streams of income outside of your job. Even if that's just a small amount, you have multiple of them, they can add up. But again, start with one at least and start thinking about how you can branch out from there. Even in the investment area, you can have different investment out there. You can have dividend stocks, you can have growth that you invest in. You have the swing trading, you have position trading, you have option, you even have future as well. So you even within that investment stocks era, you can find different streams of income there as well, and see the one that you can handle with your long hours job that you have. And it is good. If you like your job, just don't rely on it solely because it's not your business. Thank you.